What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a new video. So this is the final video in like the epilogues for the Road to Hell here. This is going to be me ranking all 64 maps that I played. Apologize if I look away from the camera. I've got the whole list of all 64 maps here, and I'll be ranking them from what I think is from the worst to the best. Yeah, I'm also going to be doing, when I complete this list as well, I'm going to rank all 10 Call of Duty Zombies experiences from all 10 games as well. So that should be good fun. So anyway, let us begin. No need to waste time. We're going to start with number 64, and it is, for me, it is The Tortured Path from World War II Zombies, and there's a reason for this. The reason for The Tortured Path for being the worst, as I call it, the worst zombies map, is because it's not proper zombies, and because when it originally came out, the Torture Path itself is actually a game mode, and well, it's 3 separate maps, and even though I played like normal round based, that wasn't the case when it first came out. It was just the actual game mode you have to play, and if you failed any of the objectives, it was objectional based, and if you failed it, the game would just end. And yes, they did eventually add round basing into it, which is why I played. Still, though, isn't great here. And again, it's just not a proper zombies experience, so I can't really put it any higher than last. But it wasn't the worst I played, but I'm putting it last solely because it's not proper zombies. That's why. So yeah, coming down to number 63, in my opinion, the worst map though I've ever played, and it is Danfang from Vanguard Zombies. I mean, Vanguard Zombies is just not going to do well as a whole. Oh, I don't like Vanguard Zombies. It's crap. There's no passion. There's no love into it. And Danfang is the worst zombies map I've ever played. And as I said, the only reason it's not last is because the Torture Path isn't proper zombies, and that's why the Torture Path is last. But this might as well be last in its own right, because lots of people don't even count the Torture Path as a proper zombies experience. For me, though, the Anfang is awful. It is terrible. I hate objectional based zombies. Why that was whoever thought that, I have no idea. It's a terrible idea, and yeah, not my cup of tea. And for me, the Anfang comes in and the map itself, by the way, is just boring. It's shit. And yeah, for me, it comes in at number 63. Coming down to number 62 is The Beast from Beyond from Infinite Warfare, and I really don't think there's a surprise that I've actually put this map in here. The problem is with The Beast from Beyond, it's terrible. Why is there aliens? This is not Infection. I know they made Infection and Ghosts, but this is zombies. 2 different things. Why are you introducing aliens in there? And it's so difficult as well. Yes, I know it gives you a little bit of awareness to it, makes zombies a bit challenging, but this is Call of Duty Zombies, not fucking Infection. Why is there aliens here? Terrible. And yeah, round 6 was my best attempt here. Terrible map. I never want to play it again unless I'm forced to or something like that. Coming in at number 61 is the other objectional based map of Vanguard, is Terra Maledicta. Yeah, now this map again is arguably more boring than Danfang. Arguably, I'd say Danfang's a little bit more boring, but this map is so barren. It's so just there's nothing. There's no character to it. It's an ugly looking map. The colours are awful. Nah, not for me. And again, it's objectional based. And yeah, I mean, I was tempted to put The Beast from Beyond actually above this one, but I didn't want to have 2 Vanguard maps back to back when there's only 4 of them. So, for me, Terra Maledicta, again, another awful map. 61st. Coming down to number 60 is The Frozen Dawn. Now, I actually feel a little bit guilty for putting it here. Unfortunately, though, the Pack-a-Punch is very confusing. The whole map is very difficult. I had to watch a walkthrough. I watched a walkthrough for a lot of the maps that I hadn't played before, but this one especially, you have to look at a proper walkthrough, because if you don't, you are going to be so unbelievably confused. The map is so difficult. It's very tight quartered. I'm surprised I even got around 25. I'm surprised, but that's because I would say I'm a pretty decent zombies player. But if you're like new, you're gonna have no idea what you're doing. Like, to get out of the spawn room, you don't just open the door with money. You have to You have to bloody fill up this like pressure plate or something with blood, and then it'll open for you. But if you don't know that, I knew that because I watched a tutorial, but I didn't know that. People wouldn't know that going into it. It's ridiculous. And that's just to get out of the spawn room. You actually get an achievement for opening that door, by the way, which is like in no other zombies map. It's outrageous. Anyway, moving down to number 59, and it is Bus Depot. The reason for this one is that it is incredibly bare bones, and I don't really have much nostalgia for Bus Depot at all. I just don't. Like it's completely different to how I feel about, say, like Nectar and Totem, or even Grouston's house, for example. Although that one's not really that bare bones. But Bus Depot is boring to me as well, because it's literally one door, a box. Good luck, mate. And I ended up dying because of the lava anyway. But yeah, I don't like Bus Depot. I think it's just way too boring, barren, and the colours are awful as well. And yeah. Moving on to number 58, and it is Infection. There we go, we can put it in now. Now, when I played this map, I actually had a really, really good time. I really enjoyed it. However, though, I've got to pick out its flaws. I think the boss is very, very difficult. I think the Smith Plays put it in that he's like the Panzer and George from both Origins and Eisendrache and Call of the Dead. Like a mixture of those two, like very, very difficult boss to kill. Takes a lot of ammo. Then there's the objective rounds where you have to save a human. I couldn't be asked. I genuinely couldn't be asked, and I just took the punishment of no power for like 2 minutes. But it's just boring because you need power to actually buy weapons when that happens, to buy ammo and stuff. And when you run out of ammo, you just got to run around and wait for the power to turn back on. And then obviously the Advanced Warfare way is literally turn on generators. But I didn't mind Infection. I did have a good time with it. That's why I'm only ranking at 58. Still not a great map though, but it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, moving on to number 57. It is the Archon from Vanguard Zombies here. Now, the Archon is actually the same map as Terra Maledicta, which is laziness to its full extent, although I don't fully blame Treyarch. I don't even blame Sledgehammer. I actually blame Activision more because they dragged Treyarch into this when they're trying to, they're still making their Call of Duty for 2024, and they didn't have much time to work on it. But the Archon for me, again, is an ugly map, but it's better than Terra Maledicta because it's round based, and that's literally the reason why it is ranked higher up and much higher than Terra Maledicta, although again not a crazy amount higher. But just again, it's just Vanguard Zombies. I don't like it. I think it's a horrific experience, and yeah, for me, it comes in at number 57. Coming down to number 56 is Shinonuma on Excuse me. Let me do that again. Coming down to number 56, we have Shinonuma on Vanguard. Yep, all 4 Vanguard maps get as high as 56 in the list. Just shows you how much I dislike Vanguard Zombies, how I just was not excited to play it. However, though, I did actually have a good time playing Shinonuma and the Archon, but still, though, they're not great maps. And I know that a lot of people say that it's the best version of Shinonuma, but I disagree. I couldn't disagree more. What? Because it has an extension bit I used as the training area? Okay. So, other than that, it's the same map, and again, it's on Vanguard's. It's on Vanguard Zombie System, and Vanguard Zombie System's crap. I didn't enjoy it nowhere near as much as I did on the Black Ops 3 version. I only got to round 15 on that one, and the World of War version's far better as well. So yeah, for me, Shinonuma from the Vanguard is 56th best for me. Coming down to 55, and yes, finally, we have Transit. Transit, as you can see, is by far, in my opinion anyway, nowhere near the worst map in Zombies history. It's not even the worst Treyarch map for me, as that is the Anfang, isn't it now? Yeah, Transit has, unlike say like the Anfang, it actually has life. It has something about it. Yes, it's incredibly painful. Like, if you want to build the wonder weapon, if you want to call it that, the jet gun which breaks after 5 seconds, it's ridiculous. The fog, outrageous. Like if you got rid of the fog and the denizens, it would actually be a better map, but they couldn't do it because at the time the Xbox 360 and the PS3's hardware wouldn't be able to support that size of a map without the fog. So yeah, it's a big map. I don't mind it as much today, but things like the denizens, how you have to get to Pack-a-Punch is so unbelievably tedious. The fact that you can only pick up one buildable at a time as well is also very annoying. You know, and again, I just didn't enjoy. I just didn't enjoy it's hard to enjoy the map, but it's by far not the worst map. But it's still a terrible map. Coming down to number 54, we have Descent from Advanced Warfare, and this map has been pushed back so far for me because it puts you into a boss arena when I didn't ask. I didn't ask for that. I didn't do any Easter egg steps other than turn on the power, and you're putting me into. I'm just training zombies, and then suddenly I get teleported into this room, and then end up just getting killed by bloody solar panels above me. It was an electric beam or something like that disappeared and then reappeared out of nowhere. So yeah, I ruined the map for me. It was a good setting, but that ruined the map for me, which is why I've ranked it so high, or so low, sorry, on the list. So yeah, Descent comes in at number 54. Coming down to number 53 is Die Rise here. Now, Die Rise is here for many reasons. One, elevator simulator, as a lot of people like to call it, because waiting for the elevators is painful, but it's the only way you can get back up top. It's very, it can be very close quartered. I don't like the jumping jacks, since it's just another version of the Nova crawlers, and they're also annoying as well when they're just flipping around and all of that, jumping and all of that. And it's hard to hit them. Like, you waste so much ammo just trying to kill the fuckers. And yeah, for me, just Die Rise can be so incredibly boring. So boring. And the Slick Fire is great, but other than that, though, the map is a bit of a bore fest. And yeah, I just hate waiting for the elevators. Coming down to number 52 here, and that is Firebase Z here from Cold War Zombies. Now, I actually got around 25 on this one, and they brung back the what they called things from God Crovey. What they called? They'll come back to my mind anyway. But you know, those big tough armored guys, and they seem a bit more tougher in this version and a bit more bigger, I guess you could say. You also have those other creatures that were in. I believe they're in all the maps actually. And yeah, no, they're like another version of the Margwas. They looked a bit like a smaller version of the Margwas. You know, actually, they look like a Xenomorph and a Margwa if it had a child. That's what they look like. That's a good analogy, actually. Yeah, I didn't mind this map too much, but again, no, out of all the Cold War maps, it seemed to just be the most boring one in terms of it looked really bland and stuff. And yeah, I just didn't get the vibe, and a lot of people I think agree with me on that one, saying that this is probably the worst Cold War map. And I would have ranked it higher. The problem is, though, is every other map above it I like more, so it's kind of really the best place to put it. So Firebase comes in at number 52. Coming down to number 51, and this could trigger some people. I'm sorry to say this, it's Moon from Black Ops 1. The Black Ops 1 version of Moon. I detest this map. I don't like it. It's incredibly annoying. I can't with this map. I just can't. It's so, like, first off, you have the anti-gravity. I hate the anti-gravity. It's so annoying. It's pretty much throughout the entire map. I hate the astronaut. He's so annoying. I'm lucky in both Moons that I played, he didn't get me, but there's been plenty of times he has. I don't like, you know, the whole thing with Jug and Speed Cola. You have to, like, Jug, you have to, it's roulette, basically. Well, it's not really, because if you go there at Speed Cola, the next time it's going to be Jug. But if you go down and you go there, it's going to be Speed Cola. And you're like, well, no, I need Jug. And it's just, the Moon, just for me, I can't with that map. It hurts my brain. And I'm sorry I've had to rank it this high. But for me, Moons comes in at number 51. Coming down to number 50, we have Forsaken from Cold War Zombies. I actually quite like this map. I thought this map was really cool. You know, you can get through all these teleporters and stuff. Introduced another version, another weird looking Margwa hybrid. You know, it had the three heads creature thing, but again, it looked like another type of breed from the Margwa. And yeah, this map was okay. This map was alright. As I said, I really like the teleporters and all of that. They brought back PhD Flopper, although I think it might have been in some of the other maps, but I just didn't see it. But I really like the fact that they brought that back. I had the ray gun as well in that one. Again, the combat shotgun helped me out a lot in that one. But yeah, no, it's a decent map. Although the reason why I've ranked it this far back is because it is literally a map from the campaign, which is why it's ranked this low. Because it's literally just taken from the campaign of Cold War and just chucked in there. And I know things like Nakta and Toten and Verrucht were also maps from World at War, but that was a different time. All right, that was a different time. That was when zombies began. We're very far into zombies, and just reusing an asset from the campaign again, not great. Build up your own maps. Come on, Treyarch, you can do better than that. We've seen you do better than that. We know you can do better than that because we've seen it. But anyway, coming down to number 49, and I really hate to put this one this low, but it's Voyage of Despair, and I have to put this one here from Black Ops 4, of course, because even though I got around 25, and as I said, in the previous video, the Titanic is something special to me because I've loved learning about it and all of that. Yes, I have seen the James Cameron film, but I've also learnt a lot about it in recent times just because I was intrigued about it. And yeah, I really loved the fact that the setting of the map. I actually didn't realise it was on the Titanic when the map originally came out. But yeah, it just felt good for me, and I was happy to get around 25 on it. But the problem is with the map though, it is so tight, close quarters. Remember, this is Black Ops 4, so the zombies are on like crack cocaine and MDMA all at the same time. So it's gonna be like they're running around trying to kill you all the time, and like it's ridiculously hard. So yeah, for me, Voyage of Despair can't be any higher than 49th, but that's the best I can do at the end of the day. Coming down to number 48, we have Outbreak from Advanced Warfare. So I actually quite like this one. There's lots of big areas in this map that you can train, and I actually went into the spawn room and used that to train. I thought that was a really good area to do it, and also with the jump packs definitely help. And it's just fun that in like a normal Treyarch zombies or something like that, if a group of them are coming to you and they're going to corner you, you're in trouble. But with this one, you can just jump over them, and it's just good fun. I really quite liked Advanced Warfare Zombies. Actually, I thought it was different to the other ones because of the jump packs and stuff. And yeah, Outbreak for me, and this is the map, not the game mode. We didn't do the game mode. We're ignoring that one. But Outbreak, the map was a decent map, but again, I just don't think I can put it any higher than 48th. Coming down to number 47, we have Shangri-La on Black Ops 3, the Zombie Chronicles version, and I'm putting this one here because without PhD Flopper, this map is ridiculous, and I know I actually did better on the Black Ops 3 version than I did on the Black Ops 1 version. However, I was using Mustang and Sally's and the baby gun, which I ran out of ammo for, so I couldn't actually continue, but I probably would have been fine if I could. With the Black Ops 3 version, I was using actual the normal guns and stuff like that, and obviously the Black Ops 3 weapons are better than a lot of the Black Ops 1 weapons. It's just how it is. And yeah, with Shangri-La, even though it's a very colourful map, really beautiful map, for me, I just couldn't put it any higher, and it is a tough map, but I do like Shangri-La. But good map overall. Comes in at number 47. Coming down to number 46 is Attack of the Radioactive Thing. And this map's alright, I do like the fact that it's like Ascension, where it starts off with no colour and then the colour comes back later on. I thought that was quite a cool thing to do. But with that, and I do like the big radioactive thing that's in the background that ends up coming towards you when you get the power turned on. The problem is with me though is that the Pack-a-Punch is very, very different. It seems quite hard to get in a way, because I got the flask and it wasn't filling up with the with that green goop that you were meant to do. I don't know if you're meant to knife zombies or anything like that, but I even tried that and it doesn't seem to fill it up. So that was a bit confusing. The map overall though is a decent map. It's got a lot about it, but for me, I don't think I can rank it any higher than 46th. But a decent map overall, and yeah, good fun. Coming down to number 45, I've actually got Grauston's House here from World War II Zombies, and I am hoping I've been pronouncing it like that because that's how I've heard people pronounce it. It's a German name, but I believe that's how it's pronounced. This map, obviously, I think is the smallest map in Call of Duty Zombies history. Just in all maps, I think it's smaller than Nakta and Tone. It's smaller than Bus Depot, I think. No doors to open, anything like that. You don't even have a box or anything like that. You have 3 wall weapons. You do have like a Wonders Fizz type machine basically for the perks, but other than that, that's it. but the combat shotgun is brilliant. If you ever play that map, use the combat shotgun. It is so good. You just kill everything you have. You don't have Pack-a-Punch or anything like that. And yeah, no, I got to round 14 on that. I was absolutely chuffed with that one. And Grafton's House is a decent, if you want to test yourself in zombies, play that map because it's a good one. And yeah, good fun, good fun. Moving on to number 44, we have Farm from Black Ops 2 Zombies. Now, Farm is better than Bus Depot by miles because it has perks in it and it is a bit bigger as well. And yeah, I quite like them. And you get you get the mystery box, but Farm for me is really good fun. Farm for me is really good fun because you get perks and stuff, and it is good fun to run around in, especially if you have more than one person as well. It could be just completely crazy and hectic, but yeah, I really like Farm. And round 12 in the end, I could have gone on for a bit longer, but I chose not to. And yeah, I do recommend Farm, but again, it is not bare bones, but it's a standard map that hasn't got anything crazy going on or anything like that. But Farm comes in at number 44. Coming down to number 43, we have Rave in the Redwoods here. Now, I actually quite enjoyed this map. Building the boat was an interesting thing to get to Pack-a-Punch. My problem is, though, with the boat, it is way too slow, like way too slow. I feel like it could have been a little bit faster getting us to the island, but hey ho. I thought it's a good place. It's a rave. It's a party and all of that. And I do like the setting. It's in the woods and all of that. And I do like how you start with no pistol. You just start with like just like an axe or something like that, or a weapon of some sort. Close combat and stuff. I quite like that. That's an interesting start. Not many zombies maps have tried that. In fact, I think that's the only map that actually has that in. So I do like that from Infinite Warfare Zombies. But yeah, again, I got around 25 on it. It was good fun, but I don't really think I can rank it any higher than 43. So yeah, it comes in at number 43. Coming down to number 42 is Nuketown, and this was probably one of the maps that I was most surprised that I got around 25 on. But I don't mind Nuketown. It is a multiplayer map, so it is just a reused map, obviously, which is why a lot of people don't like it. But I quite like Nuketown. It was good fun, and funny enough, actually, the training route that you use is the best training route to use in that map. Was actually I made it harder for myself by opening the downstairs door. I should have opened the upstairs door because it would have been easier to train, but I actually opened up the downstairs one, so I made it harder for myself. However, though, I feel like I did a very good job because I still got to round 25, and I got and again I had to wait until I think round 17 or something like that to get Jug as well, which was even harder. But it was really Speed Cola and Double Tap which came in first, and Quick Revive, of course, that helped me out. But Jug I got last. That was the last pack, and I had to wait a while to get that, and I still got around 25. And yeah, I was very happy with that one. So yeah, for me, Nuketown, I think it's a solid place to come in at number 42. Coming down to number 41, we have the Darkest Shore from World War II Zombies. Now, the Darkest Shore, for me, a lot of people seem to say this one's a very forgetful map, but I actually remember it quite well, and I think it was, and obviously I know I just played it recently, but I really enjoyed playing this map. I thought it was interesting. Those creatures that came down, they were quite difficult to kill. Pack-a-Punch is very easy to get to. Obviously, I used the combat shotgun in that one, and genuinely, that thing is disgracefully good in World War II Zombies. And the thing is that I like about World War II Zombies is you get ridiculous amounts of ammo, like a ridiculous amount of ammo for every gun it seems you have. So, Pack-a-Punching a gun is great because you'll get even more ammo. And yeah, I don't think I ran out of ammo that often, really, throughout any of the maps that I played. And yeah, I really enjoyed the Darkest Shore, and I think it's a decent map. It comes in at number 41. Coming down to number 40 here, we have Shaolin Shuffle from Infinite Warfare Zombies. And again, this map surprised me a lot, but it was quite cool. I liked the setting. It was all funky and all of that. I really liked the underground bit, which I used to train. I liked the zombie, though I liked and disliked them at the same time. Those zombies that did like karate kicks and all of that on you. They would come out and they'd also shoot at you as well. They were a little bit annoying, but once you got rid of them, they die. It'd be easier and stuff. I did take a while to find the bloody the final part for the Pack-a-Punch machine, but when I did, it all worked out really well. And yeah, I really enjoyed playing Shaolin Shuffle. And yeah, I think 40th is a pretty good place for it. Coming down to 39 is Carrier from Advanced Warfare Zombies. And I actually really like this map. Obviously, the one thing I didn't really like was the bombs being set off, because if they go off, then that area is just completely cordoned off with gas for a while. And obviously there were soldiers, there's soldiers there that you have to kill and stuff. Well, you don't have to, but they're going to get in your way if you're going to try and disarm it, because you need to disarm it, or else you can be in a little bit of trouble. But yeah, with that one though, I loved the room that I used to train in. There was a lot of room. You could just jump around in, again, the suits and all of that. There was a trap you could use to activate, and I thought it was pretty good. Just unfortunately, the thing that pulls it back though is that whole thing with the bombs. But yeah, I quite like Carrier. Definitely my favourite map on Advanced Warfare. And yeah, it comes in at number 39. Coming down to number 38 is Alpha Omega. So this is, of course, the Nuketown remake, but it's expanded upon, because you can actually go through all of Nuketown plus the underground area as well. And I quite like the prefaces. As I know, like, Mr. T Likes a Fire has no feelings towards this map whatsoever, but I quite liked it. I do. I think it's better than Nuketown because there's more to explore. Yeah, I really genuinely enjoyed playing this, and it wasn't too difficult to understand either, which is what I do like. And yeah, I really liked Alpha. I quite like Alpha Omega, so it comes in at number 38. Coming down to number 37 is Shino Numa from Zombies Chronicles on Black Ops 3. Probably my set out of the three here, it's my second favourite. We are coming towards the more middle ground now of maps that are kind of just, yeah, they're there. They're not bad. They're not great. They're just there. They're decent maps. You can have fun on them. And Shino Numa for Zombies Chronicles is actually harder than the World at War version one, because there are more zombies. Zombies are faster, and the training round on World at War that you do on World at War doesn't work very well on Black Ops 3, which is why I didn't do as well. But yeah, no, I quite liked. Playing Shino Numa, and again, it's a very beautiful map and stuff, very colourful, and yeah, I quite liked it. It comes in number 37. Coming down to number 36 here, and I feel like this is a little bit harsh that I'm placing it here, but it's probably fair, and that is 5 from Black Ops 1. I like 5, I do like 5, but it's very difficult map, probably one of the hardest maps in Zombies history. I was happy with round 13. Honestly, I think that was magnificent. Of course, the Pentagon Thief is very annoying. Funny enough, actually, I had instant kill, and he actually dies on instant kill as well, which is quite funny, because I shot him with one bullet and he died. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, that was that was a good one. I quite enjoyed playing on that map. But yeah, I think 5 middle ground, really. 36 I think is fair. Coming down to number 35 now, we have Nacht der Untoten from World of War, the original, the first ever map to come out. I've seen people rank this in their top 10s, and I'm not entirely sure why. Listen, it's the first ever zombie map I played, but I'm going to be honest with you, it's not a top 10 map. It's not. It's nostalgia, yes. It's bare bones, though, and you can play the Black Ops 1 version, which you do get the thunder gun in the box, and you also get, of course, you get mule kick as well. But the problem is, it's way too bare bones, and it's just not as interesting. It can get quite boring. You can play it every once in a while, like I did, but because you really replay that repeatedly, now you get really bored. I like Nacht der Untoten, but it's just. Yeah, it's just not for me, and 35 I think is fair. Coming down to number 34, we have Verrückt from World at War Zombies, and I think it's a little bit more better than Nacht der Untoten because of perks. However, though, obviously in World at War, Quick Revive does not heal you; it just heals your teammate quicker. Obviously, that continued with Quick Revive, but also on solo they added it in Black Ops 1 and then so forth going onwards, that it would revive you if you're playing on solo. Obviously that wasn't the case though in World at War, which is why it's 1500 points. But for me personally, I do like Verrückt, even though it is a very difficult map. It's a good challenge though. For me though, it does come in at number 34. Coming down to number 33, we have Shino Numa from World at War. Probably my second favourite map, because it can be quite easy if you get the ray gun or the Wonder Waff. Then you do that training route. It works very well on World at War, and you can get to ridiculous rounds genuinely, and plus you have a dog round every few rounds, so you're going to be guaranteed a max ammo every 4 to 5 rounds anyway. So if you're good with your ammo, you're going to be good for ages. So yeah, for me, Shino Numa deserves to come in there at number 33. Coming down to number 32, we have Town here, and I actually really like Town. Town was a map I played more than Transit. I think that a lot of people were the same. It's good fun. When I played it in the series, I just used Mustang and Sally's and was blowing up all zombies all around, and it's just good fun. You get the Pack-a-Punch machine, of course. You get perks, and yeah, it's a decent sized map. You know, it's not massive, but it's good fun. And again, you can test yourself in zombies as well. So, you know, for me, it comes in at number 32. Going down to number 31, we have Verrückt again, but this is the Black Ops 3 version. I think it's better because of Gobblegums, which is, you know, obviously why it makes it better. And obviously as well, it's easier to train on the Black Ops 3 version comparing to the World at War 1 as well. The World at War 1, they kind of just roam around. But in Black Ops 3, they, you know, you can use the whole map to train, but they will come through the windows when you're just running by, and it makes it easier for training. But yeah, that's why I think it's better, and it'll come in at number 30, number 31. Coming down to number 30 here, so now we're into my top 30 zombie maps here, is Nakdur and Toten on Zombies Chronicles, and again, this comes down to Gobblegums, the Wonders Fizz machine as well. Obviously, if you saw me in the Black Ops 3 version of Nakdur and Toten, I had a Pack-a-Punched KRM, for Christ's sake. You know, you can't get Pack-a-Punched in Nakdur and Toten, Verrückt and Shino Numa, but you can in the Black Ops 3 versions if you have Wall Power, Crate Power, or any other Gobblegums that allow you to have a Pack-a-Punched weapon. So, and I had Wall Power that I used to have it, and yeah, it's great. I love. It makes Nakdur and Toten way more interesting than the World of War version, although the World of War version has that nostalgia factor. But I do prefer the Black Ops 3 version to the World of War version because of those additional stuff, and I got to round 25 because of it, and that's the same with the Black Ops 3 version of Verrückt as well. Coming down to number 29 here, we have Classified from Black Ops 4, which is, of course, the 5 remake. And I prefer this one because it's 5, but it's expanded. There's more areas to go to. Of course, you can go to Area 51 to Pack-a-Punch as well. Of course, though, as well. And you can get a shield as well that I actually didn't realise you can get one. And also, as well, the powers, the system's the same as well. There's no Pentagon Thief, so you don't have to worry about him nabbing your weapons or anything like that. And yeah, no, it's great. I quite enjoyed playing Classified. I got to round 20 because of it, so I was quite happy with that one. It's the training area down in the what's it called, the war room, is easier to train in as well. I feel like I don't know, me personally, I think it is anyway. Coming down to number 28, we have the Shadowed Throne from World War II Zombies. I really like the Shadowed Throne. I thought it was a good map. I like the Wonder Weapon. I thought that was quite fun to use. Wasn't too difficult to get. Although those zombies, those charging zombies that you have to kill you have to knife one of them to get. At least they are fast, but they do die very quickly. I really like the aesthetic of being in. I think we're in Berlin, aren't we? I just like the area that we're set in. So the Pack-a-Punch isn't too difficult to get to either. And yeah, it's great. Well, I mean, the Pack-a-Punch, you need the Wonder Weapon, which is why I went for the Wonder Weapon. But the Wonder Weapon's good fun. And yeah, it was just a really good experience. I really, really like the map, and I wouldn't mind playing this one again. Coming down to number 27 here, we have D-Machine from Cold War Zombies. And I was disappointed the round I got on this one, but I do like the map. Now, the map is essentially just Nakdur and Toten, around Nakdur and Toten, and then an underground area. That's essentially the map, where the Pack-a-Punch machine is. But I do rate the map a lot. I do really I do have good fun when I have played it in the past, and yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. D-Machine, obviously, I was disappointed with my death overall in it, but a good fun map, and yeah, definitely play it again. Coming down to number 26, we have Shangri-La from Black Ops 1, and there's a reason why it's ranked much higher than its Black Ops 3 version, and that is because of PhD Flopper, which is kind of a necessity, especially for that map, because of all the explosions. You've got the fire zombie, which I can't remember what it's called now. You've got the fire zombie, you've got the screamer, as well the shrieker zombie, which are absolute pain in the ass. And obviously it's such a close quarter map, you know, and you need You know, if you're going to have like the ray gun or Mustang and Sally, you're going to need PhD Flopper, and of course you'll need Jug as well. But I do like Shangri-La, despite it being quite a difficult map. But for me, Shangri-La comes in at number 26. Coming down to number 26. Coming down to number 25, we have Zetsubo no Shima. This is one of the core Black Ops 3 maps. And when I say core, like the first 6 maps. And for me, it is my least favourite out of those original 6 maps for Black Ops 3, but it's still a very good map. A lot of people give a lot of disrespect to this map, and it's actually a solid map, and it's better. And as I said, it's damn sure better than a lot of maps that have come out after it. From my rankings here is evident and stuff. Zetsubo no Shima is a tough map, but it's not a bad map. It's still a great map. It's just not. I mean, Black Ops 3 had some fantastic maps. Just remember that. And this one is the worst out of them all, but it's still a good map. So for me. And you know, there's a lot of cool things you could do in that map, like growing like your own plants and stuff. You know, that's part of getting the KT4, which is a decent wonder weapon. I just couldn't be asked to get it because it involves quite a bit of stuff and time consuming. I just couldn't be asked to do it. But it's decent. It's a good wonder weapon though. It's a bit like the Slick Repair, I would say. That was the wonder weapon I would compare it to. But yeah, it's a good map, and I put it in at number 25. Coming down to number 24, we have Moon here from Zombies Chronicles, the Black Ops 3 version. I like this better, and that's because of Black Ops 3 gameplay and guns, which put it so much higher. I got around 25 on it. And I don't know, I feel like I can do things on the Black Ops 3 version of Moon that I would quicker than I can do on the Black Ops 1 versions. I also got a bit fortunate with my round that the first excavator went for the biodome. That's the thing that I don't like about Moon, is the hacking device. And that's something I forgot to say earlier on, is the hacking device. It's complicated, it's a pain in the ass, I hate it, and I usually just can't be asked, and I just try and get set up as quickly as possible so I don't actually have to get back to Area 51 at all. Because if I do, and both excavators are drilling through the tunnels, I won't be able to get back to the biodome, which is stupid. But yeah, for Moon, it comes in at number 24. Coming down to number 23, we have Dead of the Night here from Black Ops 4. I actually quite like Dead of the Night. I thought it was good fun. It's the longest episode of 1 hour and 40 minutes, although the first hour is literally me getting sat up. It's ridiculous. There's the shield, silver bullets. Silver bullets, by the way, is a lot of stuff. Then there's obviously the pack-a-punch as well. There's to get pack-a-punch. Then there's you'll need the silver bullets to kill the werewolf, but quicker anyway. Then you have, of course, and then I went for the wonder weapon and its upgrade as well, but the upgrade was very easy to get, so that's why I got its upgrade, and it's got a third upgrade as well, by the way. So you know, but I quite liked Dead of the Night. It was a good fun map, and yeah, I'd definitely play it again. And I was so close to around 25 on it. Moving on to number 22, we have Blood of the Dead here. Now, a lot of people would probably want this lower down the list because a lot of people weren't a big fan of this one. I actually quite like it. It's not as good as Mob of the Dead, nowhere near it, but it is a solid map for me, and I do like this map. And I would definitely play it. I would happily play it again. And also, one of my best ever clutches has come on this map, where I was cornered next to the warden's house. Also, I was trying to do one of the wolves, the last wolf head, actually, so I can get the what's it called, the Hell's Retriever, and yeah, I almost died. I almost died. I had to throw a grenade on the floor and blow up a bunch of zombies around me that were bashing on the back of my shield, and I survived. And that's one of genuinely my best ever clutches, and I'm glad I got that on film. So yeah, Blood of the Dead, I think it's alright though. I think 20 seconds for it's fair enough. Coming down to number 21, we have Ancient Evil from Black Ops 4, another Black Ops 4 map. You notice there's a running theme with Black Ops 4. I don't mind. I like Black Ops 4. It's not as good as Black Ops 3. I think Black Ops 3 is the best zombies experience, and Black Ops 4 is okay. It's just with Black Ops 4, it's just the whole thing with the perks annoys me. I don't like the perk system in Black Ops 4, and zombies just seem to be way more difficult. I feel like they seem, as I said earlier, crack cocaine and MDMA all at the same time or something like that, because they are fucking relentless. They are. But Ancient Evil is a solid map. I do like Ancient Evil. You know, I am a big fan of like the Greek mythology and all of that. I like Pegasus and all of that. And yeah, no, I thought it was a decent map. I think 21st is fair enough. Coming down to number 20, we have Mauer de Toten from Cold War Zombies. I think this is by far the best map on Cold War. I think it's got the most personality. I love, we're actually in Berlin for this one as well. So it's the second map that actually has a location in Berlin with alongside the Shadowed Throne from World War II Zombies. But obviously they're separate storylines, so they're different universes. But yeah, Berlin. But the Berlin setting for Mauer de Toten was good fun. I like the train system. You have to dodge the train and all of that. The pack-a-punch system was pretty cool. There's a lot of bosses in there. It's like another version of the Panzer, basically. I feel like that big dude. And then there's also those floating guys as well that can, I think, like suck your life out, and it gives them health back as well. But I thought it was a decent map, and I quite enjoyed it. And yeah, it makes it into my top 20. Coming in at number 19 is Tog de Toten from Black Ops 4 Zombies, another Black Ops 4 map. Again, Tog de Toten was good. I think it was a solid remake of Call of the Dead. It's not as good as Call of the Dead for me, but I still really liked it. And it was good fun. I like playing as the transit crew again, and it was my best game. Tied, sorry, my best game, of course, Buried was around 25 as well. Ugh, can't speak. I've done a lot of speaking for probably, I don't even know how long I've been recording, for about 20 minutes or so. Maybe longer, I'm not entirely sure. Coming down to number 18, we have The Giant here, which is of course the Derice remake on Black Ops 3. I don't think it's as good as Derice, but I really like it. It's very easy, this map. I will say this map is easy, very easy to do. It's probably, I think probably the most relaxed game I've ever played of zombies in this entire series was on The Giant, and that was a voice crack there. But The Giant was so relaxing, so comfortable. I love The Giant. It's a good fun map if you just want to play some casual zombies. I recommend it, and it was good that they brought the map out because Shadows of Evil was a lot more difficult in comparison to that one here, and for casual zombies players, The Giant was better. But yeah, I like The Giant. Comes in at number 18. Coming down to number 17 here, we have the Final Reich here from World War II Zombies. I like the Final Reich. I think it is the best map in World War II. I really like the setting, the village. It's quite an eerie setting to it. I like the underground bit. It's quite spooky, quite scary. And I think that's what World War II Zombies is really good at, was bringing back that scary element and also giving us lots of ammo in our weapons. Yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed playing World War II Zombies as a whole, but I really, really liked this map, and it is a solid map, genuinely. A very underrated map, and one of my, it's my second favourite non-Treyarch Zombies map of all time. Second favourite. And yeah, coming down to number 16 here, we have Revelations from Black Ops 3 here. I don't think I could put it any higher than this, because the problem is with Revelations, the only new areas are the spawn room and inside the Apothecon. The rest of it is Nectar and Toten, Origins, Mall of the Dead, Verrückt, Kino, the Eisendrache, and also Shangri-La as well. And I like the map. I really do. I love the map. Map's great. It's quite an easy map. It's very open. I love training inside the Apothecon. And yeah, it's good fun. I really do like the map, and I love the fan service towards it, because a lot of those maps, all of those maps, I really like. So, and with Revelations, I really enjoy it, but I just don't think I can't put it in the top 15 because it is fan service for the majority of it, but still a great map. So yeah, it comes in at number 16. Going down to number 15, we have Kino de Toten on Zombies Chronicles here, and I'm putting Kino. I have Kino in the top 10. I can't put both of them in there. I prefer the Black Ops 1 version to the Black Ops 3 version, just because of eeriness and because it was the second ever zombie map I ever played, which are the two rankings. But I do like the Black Ops 3 version as well. Again, when I played the Black Ops 3 version, I had Mustang and Sally's, and it was quite comfortable game again, probably my second most comfortable game after the Giant, really, to be honest with you. And again, that's the thing, the Black Ops 3 version is easier than the Black Ops 1 version. If you actually look at both of my games, I struggled more on the Black Ops 1 version than I did on the Black Ops 3 version. The Black Ops 3 version was so comfortable in comparison to the Black Ops 1 version. But then again, I had also played a lot of zombie maps in between the two of them. From Black Ops 1 and Kino, that was the 5th zombie map. That's episode 5, when the Black Ops 3 version is like episode 35, I think, 34, 35, 34, 34. No, 31. Sorry, it's 31 because Shi No Numa's 30, and it's after Shi No Numa. There we go. So brilliant. Anyway, yeah, so I think that's fair enough. Comes in at number 15. Coming in at number 14, and you got to put some respect on this map, actually, because it is quite an underrated map, and I do like it. It is Zombies in Spaceland from Infinite Warfare here. So this is the last non-Treyarch zombie map, so this is the best placing for it. I really like this map. I only got around 19 on it, and I was quite disappointed with that one. That was because I accidentally blew myself up with a grenade. But I like this map. I really do. I love theme parks and stuff, and the fact that it's set up in a theme park really really makes me excited. I like the Pack-a-Punch is very easy. You just got to flick 4 teleporter switches, go through them, and there you go. Easy as you like. I like the big alien boss. He's not that difficult to take down, to be honest with you. You just got to shoot him a load. And yeah, I really like the map, and I think it's genuinely the best non-Treyarch zombie map, and it deserves to be ranking in the top 15 for me. Yeah, it comes in at number 14. Coming down to number 13 is Doris here. So Doris is a brilliant map. It is genuinely one of the greatest maps I've ever played. It's good fun. It's harder than the Giant, as I said. I only got to round 17 on it, but overall though, it is a solid map. I very much like it. I don't really think there's no more that needs to be said about it. It was the first map to have Pack-a-Punch in it, and yeah, I think it's a very good map, and it's the best World at War map by far. So yeah, coming down to number 12 is 9 from Black Ops 4. I think this is by far the best map. I really like the setting. The setting is fantastic. I love how you get Pack-a-Punch. You have to challenge 4 champions, and that's really good fun. Not too difficult either. I like the replacement for dog round is tigers, or you're gonna fight some more gladiators. I love that. The spawn room is great for training. The fire, it would be better if the fire didn't exist, but regardless though, it's good fun, and I really like that map, and I was happy to get around 25 on it as well, because it's a solid map and by far the best Black Ops 4 zombie map, and I think it comes in at number 12. Coming down to number 11 is Ascension from Black Ops 1. Now, I was really torn of which Ascension I wanted to put in the top 10. I could only put one of them. I've gone with, I'm going to put the Black Ops 3 one in the top 10 and stick with the Black Ops 1 one. The reason for it is because all the issues that are in the Black Ops 1 one are fixed pretty much in Black Ops 3. The monkeys are easier to deal with than they are in the first one, in the Black Ops 1 one, which is why, although I would say the Black Ops 3 one is a lot more easier than, I mean, they're both quite easy maps, but they're very good maps as well, and I very much enjoy playing both versions of Ascension. But for me, I prefer the Black Ops 3 version to the Black Ops 1 version. I actually had a few fails on the Black Ops 1 version before I actually got my game of 25. I didn't have any problems in the Black Ops 3 version. So for me, Ascension comes in at number 11. Coming down to number 10 is Buried here. I think this is quite a surprise to some people. I really like Buried. I honestly, one of my all-time favourite maps I've ever played. Top 10. It's in my top 10. I love Buried. It's such good fun. I was so happy to get around 25 on it. I didn't expect to do that. And it isn't a difficult map, but it's not difficult if you want to do the buildables, and I couldn't be asked to do the buildables. So I just got Leroy. His name's not actually Leroy, but I got him to smash all the stuff down that I needed to, and there you go. Vulture Raid's a great perk as well. I don't think they brought it back because I think it's a little too overpowered, but yeah, it's still a good perk, and it's forever going to be in that map. So yeah, for me, Buried comes in at number 10. Coming down to number 9, we have Ascension on Black Ops 3. Again, as I said, this one's easier than the Black Ops 1 version. I have no problems. The monkeys are easier to deal with, of course, as well. The map as a whole is I feel like more colourful and stuff, and I just really enjoy it. I don't really think there's anything more to say because I just spoke about the Black Ops 1 version, and there's only a few differences that I've just spoken about there. So yeah, for Ascension on Black Ops 3 comes in at number 9. Coming down to number 8 is Call of the Dead here. Now, I was thinking about maybe putting this in the top 5, but I just couldn't because of the 5 maps ahead. And then obviously there are 2 maps ahead of it as well that I like a little bit more. I like a lot more than Call of the Dead. But Call of the Dead is a good map. George Romero, yeah, he follows you around, but it's not a big deal to me. I don't really feel too threatened by him. I actually ended up getting myself killed though because of him in the game. I accidentally ran into him when I was doing my training, because you can get him stuck in like a loop of him. Well, I say like stuck him like turning back, walking backwards and forwards. And you can just run around him with all the zombies as well. You just got to make sure you don't shoot him, or else he'll become enraged and then he'll chase you, and then it makes it more difficult. And then if you get into water, you could get cornered, and obviously you're going to be slower in water. But the map is great. It's a great map. You know, Mr. T-Lexfire. I know it's his second favourite map of all time. Not quite mine. It's my, I'd say, 8th favourite of all time. It's a very good map, though. And yeah, for me, Call of Duty comes in at number 8. Coming down to number 7 here is Origins on Black Ops 3. Now, the reason why I couldn't put both versions of Origins in the top 5, even though I want to, because that's not great, to be honest with you. Really, it's glitches. Why I'm not going to put Origins from Black Ops 3 in the top 5, because there aren't really any glitches that you can take advantage of anyway. But still a solid map. You know, it's great. I'll save what I really want to talk about for Origins when we get to Origins. I'll speak about it as a whole. So for now, 7th place for the Black Ops 3 version of Origins. Coming down to number 6, we have Kino de Toten here. I think this is the best place I could put it. I saw a list where a guy actually put it first, which was slightly outrageous because it's not. For me, nostalgia and the fact that I just don't get bored of this map is why it's ranked 6. I couldn't put it in the top 5 even though I wanted to. 6th place though, I think is the best place to put it. Great map, great map. I know MC Pro Sports Hog is not a big fan of this map, but I love Kino de Toten. It's a great map, and yeah, I don't get bored of this one. So Kino de Toten comes in at number 6. Coming down to number 5, we have Shadows of Evil here. A map that I did not like when it first came out, but I love it now. It's a great map. It's a great map. There's no... it's different. I love the Margwire. I actually do. The meatballs are interesting. The parasites were introduced into that map. And yeah, I can't get enough of it. Yeah. Shadows of Evil, the Apothicon Servant, what a gun that is. Unfortunately, I couldn't build it in my playthrough because the last part fell into the abyss when I shot one of the meatballs in midair. Should have waited for it, but I didn't, and it fell, and I was really sad. I love the rituals. The rituals are great. They're not too difficult. The sword isn't that hard to get to. I just couldn't bother to get it. But the sword is pretty solid. Obviously, Widow's Wine was introduced into that map. And I don't know, I just love the colour, the setting, Morgue City. The colours are really good as well, and and the characters are good as well. And I just really, really like the map, and it's an all-time classic. And yeah, Shadows of Evil comes in at number 5. Coming down to number 4, we have Mob of the Dead here, and I'm actually not ranking it in my top 2 because I didn't play it as much, but it is still a great map, and I still do enjoy it. And I didn't have a great game on it, but Mob of the Dead is a solid map, and it is an all-time classic. And I love Mob of the Dead. I love I love the Blundergat, and then its upgrade you can do to the Acid Gat, to the Vitrolic Withering. You can have the Sweeper as well. You know, the Shield, the Hell's Retriever, and you can upgrade it to the Hell's Redeemer. Great weapon. Love the characters. Well, the characters are great, honestly. Sal, Weasel, Finn and Billy as well. Great characters. And yeah, Mob of the Dead for me is my 4th favourite map of all time. Coming down to number 3, we have Gorod Krovi. I know this is Mr. T-Lexfire's favourite map. Not quite mine, but it is a godly map. I love this map here. It's in Stalingrad. The dragons, I love dragons and stuff. You've got the robots in the background and all of that. You can fly to pack a punch. You know, it's easy to get to. The Raygun Mark III, which is epic, although not as strong in the later rounds, but still a great gun to use though early on though. You've got the PPSH as well, of course. Not two great places to train, if I'm being honest with you, but the map itself though is a pretty solid map, and I really, really do love playing that map. And yeah, Gorod Krovi for me comes in at number 3. And now we come down to our final 2 here. Well, if you've been following along properly, you'll know the 2 maps to remember. Coming in at number 2 for me is Der Eisendrache. Der Eisendrache just misses out on first place. I love this map so much. This map is so much fun. I love the bows. The bows are great. The lightning, the fire, the void, the wolf bow, all great in their own way. I don't mind the anti-gravity in the Undercroft because it's only there and it's not always on. The rocket pad's great. The map itself, I love the setting. It's on like a massive like castle type thing. The jump pads are great. The Panzer, I do like the Panzer, who's one of my favourite bosses of all time. You've got the the electric trap up where the Pack-a-Punch is to, I think that's the best place to train him. When the Panzer comes, you can just set it off. He'll be stuck. You can just fire arrows at him all the time. You've got the jump pad if you get into a sticky situation. And yeah, it's just an all-time great map. I absolutely love the Eisendrache, and I just can't get enough of it. And yeah, I was so excited when I was playing it as well. So yeah, Eisendrache comes in at number 2. But number 1, I've said it over the series, my favourite zombie map of all time is Origins. It has to be Black Ops 2's version. It has to be Black Ops 2's version. I like it over the Black Ops 3 version because of the glitches you can use to do the Easter egg. Oddly enough, I've only done the Easter egg once, and that was actually on Black Ops 3. But I have attempted it on Black Ops 2 and almost did it. And the glitches helped very much to do things quicker. It's really what set the centre stage for Black Ops 3 Zombies. It is, for me, the greatest map of all time, and I don't actually think it'll be rivaled. I love the robots. I love the mud can get annoying, but you can just use stamina up, and that can help you out there. The tank is great. There's actually a gun that I didn't use, and it's kind of been overshadowed by the staffs. Of course, the wind staff, the ice staff, the lightning, and the fire is the big LMG as well. You can use as well. I actually didn't get that in the box because I didn't really need to hit the box because I want to save up all my points to get there. I love Agartha or the crazy place, as people call it. It's a great map. It's a great map. I just can't. There's not really any negatives other than the mud, I guess. Other than that, though, it's the best map ever. So yeah, there we have it. That is all maps ranked. Now, just before I end this video, I do want to quickly just go over my rankings of the Call of Duty Zombies maps. Call of Duty Zombies games experiences. So I've got all of them here. So coming in at number 10 is Vanguard. Obvious, terrible, don't like it. Pretty much the other 9 after that, though, some of them were very hard to put in. So number 9, I've actually gone with Infinite Warfare, which I really didn't want to do. But out of all of them, I guess it was, my least favourite. But very harsh for me to put it 9th. But number 8 was Advanced Warfare. Again, I do like the jump pads. They definitely made it more interesting. I think without it, it probably would have been, I would have swapped that in Infinite Warfare over. But the jump pack, the jump packs make it so much better, and it's good fun. Then I'm going to go in number 7. I've gone with World War II. I like how you get so much ammo and stuff, and I liked World War II zombies mechanics. I thought that was really good fun, and it was quite. They brought back the scare factor to zombies as well, I think. So yeah, World War II comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, I've gone with Black Ops Cold War, mainly because there's not many maps, and also it's a bit janky as well, the controls, I guess, in comparison to the other zombies experiences. But yeah, that was that's why I've had to rank it. Number 5, we've gone with Black Ops 4. Again, I didn't like the perk system. I thought that was shit. I'm glad they brought that back in Cold War. But still, though, there was that. But I still think, though, overall, Black Ops 4 Zombies is better than Cold War Zombies. In terms of performances and all of that. Coming down to number 4, I've gone with World at War. I think that's fair. World at War definitely set the stage for zombies and what it was going to move on to. And obviously, it's a little bit more basic and easier to get some good rounds on there. Coming down to number 3, we have Black Ops. I think Black Ops is fair enough to be there. I put Black Ops 2 in number 2. And as I said, I think it was obvious that Black Ops 3 was going to be number 1. It's the best. First off, you get 3 hits instead of 2, which gives you much more chance to redeem yourself, and also as well, it just performs the best in my opinion of all of them. There aren't really any glitches, any bits of bullshit that will count you out. So yeah, for me, Black Ops 3 is the granddaddy of Call of Duty Zombies. So yeah, that is the ranking list here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. If you don't agree with any, that's fine. You have your own opinions and stuff. That is my opinion though. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.